Hi everyone and welcome back to Musings with Alini. Today's hot topic, the checklist, or the list, or Mrs. Right, or Prince Charming, whatever you want to call it. Most of us, when dating or when just, chilling out, waiting for Mr. or Mrs. Right, we have this list or this criteria of things we hope to find or we expect or we want, we desire in our ideal partner. And everyone has them. Everyone has a list. Everyone has an idea of who their ideal partner is, men and women. And yes, men, sometimes you guys are in denial and you might claim that you don't think of things like that. But of course, you do have an idea of what you are looking for and what you don't want in a partner also. It's just that men, you guys express it differently. I don't expect you to be sitting down with a journal and a pen, writing down point by point what you're looking for in your future partner on a lazy, rainy Sunday afternoon with a scented candle burning in the corner and under the Tuscan sun playing on your laptops. No, you men do it differently, but you still have an idea of what you're looking for. And this list is encouraged by so many people. It's encouraged by relationship psychologists, relationship and dating coaches, love gurus. Everyone talks about this list. And the list is good. It's good to have a list because it helps you when you are dating to be a lot more objective and logical when you are on that first or second or third date and emotions are taking over. It helps you to have that in the back of your mind so you can be a lot more practical and not just go by feelings. Because this list usually, most coaches and relationship psychologists, they advise you to have two sections on the list. One, which is the must-haves, things that your partner must have, qualities, whether it's physical, career, personality, intellect. And the other one would be red flags or deal breakers. And this is very important to have them with you, especially when you are out there looking. And that is because the idea of the red flags and the deal breakers is when you are on that second date and you identify some deal breakers or red flags, regardless to if the person has all the must-haves, you are not going on any further dates. Yeah, because there's a red flag and that's why you've written it down, yeah? Now, some people also suggest a third column where you write down things that you hope to find in a partner, but they are not must-haves. They're kind of negotiables, preferences, okay? Now, all of these lists are good. I'm not against a list. I've done a list myself in the past. But, I just want to... Sometimes you have to let life surprise you also. The deal breakers, hang on to them. The must-haves, be a little bit open, You never know what walks through the door. But like I was saying, the point of this video is not the checklist. You know what? In another video, I will make, hopefully, God willing, in the future, a video where I give you little tips, or maybe like a little guide that you can use to review and reassess your list. Because you probably have things on there that are important and you need to keep, and you probably also have things on there that are nonsense and you need to get rid of them. But that's for the future. You're wondering, what is it that I want to talk to you about today if it's not the checklist? Look, after designing your ideal partner, have you ever wondered this perfect person or almost perfect person, male or female, if they do exist, what would they be looking for in a partner, in a husband or a wife? And have you ever reflected on yourself and asked yourself, do I fit their criteria? Do I fit and match who they are looking for? So in other words, while you're busy telling me and telling your friends what you want someone to offer you in a relationship, have you had a hard look at yourself and actually checked with yourself what you have to offer? I know it's harsh what I'm saying, but it needs to be said. We are so focused on the other person, what someone else can bring into a relationship, what someone else can give us. Meanwhile, a relationship, it's a two-way street. It takes two to tango. And I think a lot of people miss out on themselves What do I have to offer and bring into a relationship? And this is a lot more important. This is very important to do, actually. So if you're confused, let me help you. After you've done the list, do you draw a line in the middle? This is your list of what you're looking for in a person. And then across, you write down the qualities that you have that matches that. And be fair. So if you've written 10 qualities for that person, just throwing a number there, it is only fair that you can actually also jot down 10 of your qualities, right? And also, things like if you've written down things about their physicality, what you expect them to look like, or their career and their finances, it's only fair that you actually have a look at your qualities in those areas and actually write them down. And I'm not telling you to do this in a way to kind of make you kick yourself in the butt or hate yourself or loathe yourself or be self-critical. No, I actually want you to do this exercise with seriousness and a lot of self-compassion. And this exercise will be actually very important. Reflecting on yourself and your qualities and what you bring into a relationship, writing them down and seeing them in front of you might actually help you see areas in your life that you need to improve on, areas that maybe you have neglected due to circumstances, or you're not aware that you're not the best that you desire in those areas. And this is very important. It is very important to work on yourself and start building yourself up and working on the parts of your life that, maybe water the parts that you haven't watered in a while. Let me give you an example. Years ago, maybe in my late 20s, maybe 27, 28, I was at that age group, and today I'm 35. I actually did the exercise where I wrote down the qualities of what I'm looking for in a person. And then I don't know why, the question came to me. I was like, well, now that I've got this ideal person, I wonder what I look like on paper. So I sat down and I wrote down my qualities in all the areas that are important to me. And then when I looked, I was a bit disappointed or shocked because I noticed that I couldn't match my ideal partner in a lot of areas. And then for me, this is my experience, what I realized is that everything I'm looking for in a partner are things that I am either missing in my life or in myself. And that to me was like a little gentle slap in the face. So what I did ultimately, I ditched the list of qualities that I look for in a person, because I realized I have a bigger project here, me. And I started to work on myself and work on those parts that I needed to fix, improve. And, it's been 7, 8 years now, and I'm still working on myself. I have not crossed the finish line, and I'm still a work in progress. And that's okay, but I have changed so much. I've improved so much, and I can say that I am so much more confident and satisfied with myself that there is no way I would settle for less than I deserve. And yes, that's a side effect of doing this activity and working on yourself. When you build yourself up, yeah, you don't settle for people who don't deserve you. Yeah, so this is why I encourage everyone to do this. Focus on yourself. And I do want to finish with, maybe you're thinking you didn't get the message. Why is it important? Working on. No, it's not about working on yourself only. It's actually about, it takes two to tango in a relationship. And you expect this other person to know to tango. But do you know to tango, how to tango? Have you learned to tango? And relationships is about loving another person. Love is not what I take from a person, is what I give. And we should be more concerned about what we give and we should be more concerned, in my opinion at least, about what we bring to the table and what we have to offer and what kind of husband I will make in the future, what kind of wife I will make in the future, or partner or girlfriend or boyfriend. That is very important, and we need to be more focused on that than what we expect a person to bring in, because otherwise there's going to be an imbalance in a relationship. If we are only expecting, but we are failing to match, failing to meet the other person. So I encourage you all to actually think of what I've said today, and I hope that you have maybe found it helpful, or maybe it ding 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 lit some light bulbs in your mind. And if you think someone needs to hear these words, please flick off the video to them, share it to them, share it with them. And I really hope that you benefit from this exercise. And remember, it's a journey. You're not going to fix it overnight. For example, things like career. If your career is not where it needs to be or where you want it to be, it's going to take a time. You know, you're not going to do it overnight. It's going to take years probably to get it to where you want it. But as long as you get the ball rolling, okay? As long as you start doing something. Yes, that's all I want to say to you today. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope I wasn't too harsh. And until next time, take care of yourselves and of those around you, and stay tuned for more videos and more musings with me, Eleni.